control. Oops, let's see. It was see if I can pull it up. Let's go. Here it is. So boom. So that worked. Using control and left click, you can then change the size of any window, including the chat. So that pulls it up to here. So now I can see this is the party that plays. I made a group photo of them. It's also in one of my videos. So if you want to know how to do that, check it out on my playlist. Or just ask, and I'll be glad to go over it again. 3D20. Oof. Very nice. So Zinlu is an awesome streamer. Been doing a lot of Satisfactory lately. He also does City of Heroes, and a bunch of other really interesting vids. So check him out. Throw him some love. He's got an amazing voice. Some people, including me, will watch him just for the voice, even though sometimes he plays games that I have no interest in. But his community is really cool. People that watch him, and so he's definitely worth checking out. So this is my group. We've got Dragonborns and Halflings and Half-Orc Barbarians, various familiars, an Elf, Cleric, Bard, and right now they are in this place called Shatterstone. I'm gonna pause for a moment while it pulls up, and this map, I'll go ahead and turn off the player view. There we go. This map is pulled from a PDF of a 3.5 edition or 3rd edition, one of the two books, D&D books, which I also have the physical copy of. It's called The Ruins of Greyhawk. It looked like it was going to work for a second. Anyway, so what I did is I had the PDF as well, found it and purchased it, and then pulled this from it. You can also, there's a couple different things you can do as well. The way this book is set up, like a lot of the older books, is each encounter has its own room as well. Beyond just the big, I can't see it, you can't see it. All right, well, besides the giant map, each encounter has its own, and that's not working either. All right, never mind. You'll just have to trust me that I'm not lying to you. Each encounter has its own in-depth, zoomed-in map, I should say, not really in-depth, just zoomed in. So each of these rooms have their own. And I thought about doing it that way as well, having an overall map and then throwing the characters onto the individual maps. But I kept it the way it is for now. This particular map where they are now, as we zoom in, you see they had 2 giants they killed. There's webbing across these big crevasses. That's there. They killed a bunch of goblins. That's their dropped crossbow. You can see from the blood splatter on the tokens, they're pretty messed up. They had been going strong for a while and never took a short rest, never took a rest. So they came into this huge battle with these goblin sorcerers and marksmen and 2 hill giants. And they were at about 40% of their normal spells and hit points and stuff. They were already hurt and wounded, and spell slots used. So they managed to survive, which is a good thing. And now we have to look and see, okay, so now they're done with that, what are they going to do? So they have not seen this secret door over here. And down here, there really isn't anything here in 9. 10, though, or rather this one right here. So I'd originally set up with a bunch of these tokens. I'd set the room numbers out. And then I accidentally must have deleted it because I cannot find them anymore. So, or buried it or did something with them. So I, first of all, need to add the rest of the numbers on here so I can follow what I'm doing. So let's pull up our story. Again, this map is too big. See how it goes down below? I have my scale UI set pretty high so that you guys can see the reading if you're using your PC. So that's why I don't have a lot of real estate here. But again, if you want to fix it, you just hold down Control, left click, and drag your mouse, and it will change your window to whatever you want it to be. All right, so using the mouse wheel to zoom in, zoom out on the map itself. We're going to pull up the story. The story for this one is under Nashkill Shatterstone. This is what I did here is I took the PDF and copied and pasted a lot of it from the PDF into here onto my side, and then what that does is I then go back through and read each room, see from what I want to keep, what I want to change, how I want to add it, and things like that. So add to it. So in the room they're in, there are some grells in here. So I had made a, let's see, is this the image I made? Yeah. So here's the image of all the people they were fighting. One of them was a regular hill giant, another one was like a hill giant berserker. Some goblin snipers, goblin guards, and a goblin sorcerer. And then in this pit thing, there's some grells. That's why the nets are there, because these grells are being kept in there. So I don't show them yet underneath here. The only way to do that, I do want to get that ready though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our layers. If you just put a token on there, the tokens go on top of everything. There is no way to put a token underneath a layer, except for what we're going to do right now. So we go to our assets. And by the way, Zanu, thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that I'm a 20 on a scale of 1 to 10. You're awesome. Thank you. All right, and so let's take a look here and see. So we've got, so what we're going to do is we're going to find our Grell token. We've got the token selected. So here are the Grell tokens. I normally like the zoomed in tokens. It's typically how I make mine as well. For now, I'm just going to use this one because it gives you a more visual representation of what it looks like. They're not in combat yet, so and then what we're going to do is we're then going to paste this on as just a layer. This is not really a token anymore. It's now become a layer. The size is 5 by 5. We don't want that. We want it 1 by 1. We're talking squares. And now we're in this tile mode. And so we just go, we'll do 2 of them since there's more than 2, but that's all right. We're going to go boop, put it there, and we'll put him another one right here. And then what you do is, so I'm going to go ahead and just because we can, for fun, we're going to change the tint a little bit. I'm going to put it, make it not as, hold on, cancel. What did I do wrong? Oh, so now we go to layer selection. So now we're picking this layer, this guy, changing his color. Turn down the opacity just a little bit. It's not quite as bright. We're going to just turn everything down. You want them to be about the same color. And that turns it a little grayer. Turn up the red a little bit. Here, we'll just type them. You can do 150, 150, 150. So now when you zoom in, it's more of a grayer. Once they pop up, if they pop up, then I'll throw them into the, they won't have this. They'll be regular tokens. So they'll be on top and everything else. So we've got this color correct. Let's click on this dude. There we go. And that made the same color selection for him as well. We're going to take the 2 of them, hit shift, and then we're going to put them, we want them below the nets. I didn't write which one was the netting. Shame on me. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab them both, pull them down. Let's see, we'll just put it just above Shatterstone, see how that works. I must have grabbed the wrong thing. All right, so we'll Control Z. I don't know what I just did, so now we've got them both selected. Grell, good. Go down above Shadowstone, boof. There we go. All right, so now they're there. They can be seen, but they're under the netting. All right, we're going to grab these. So with the netting and everything, so I liked how that turned out. You're like, Sven, you can barely see them. Yeah, that's the whole point, is that they're hidden. I mean, they're not readily visible. Once they come out, then they'll be great. A little late, but we both hope your mom is doing good and your Thanksgiving was wonderful. Well, thank you very much. That is a nice thing to say. I appreciate the asking about it. She is now home. She was in a, those of you do a quick recap. She got COVID, got pneumonia on top of that, became sepsis with had an infection in her blood, which made everything turn to the worse, to where she was unresponsive and almost unable to move or anything. So got admitted into the hospital, stayed there for about a week, 10 days, came out of the hospital to a rehab center, and then started getting her mental faculties back, and started and it is very scary stuff. That was my main concern, was her mental faculties. She's a very smart woman, very loving Christian lady who's nice to everyone, and is used very active with her friends and her family and her church, and loving woman, and very smart. She's 73. still works and does stuff. So uh, it was very scary when she wasn't able to even form a complete sentence. Um, and so in the rehab center, she was there for uh, 2 weeks, 15, 16 days, something like that. Um, and as this antibiotics and things started getting flushed out, by the way, they also found 2 clots on her lungs um, while she was in the hospital. In the rehab center, the clots had pretty much uh, been taken care of by that time, and she got her mental facilities back as the infection went away. So now she's home. She was able to come home just a couple of days before Thanksgiving, and um, she's just weak. So she's still doing her physical therapy type thing to build up her muscles again. She wasn't that robust physically to begin with. She's a very thin lady, um, and so she was going to physical therapy before she even went into the hospital and got sick and all these other things. Um, try to build up her strength. She had a hip replacement 6, 7 years ago, uh, so it's not like she's running marathons every day. But thankfully, to sum it all up, she's now home. She's mentally back where she was, and it's the same loving woman she always has been, for which I am eternally grateful. And she's now just working to build back up her strength. So it was great. She was actually here for Thanksgiving um, and at our house. So it was nice. We played some games, and my son came for Thanksgiving as well. We played games way until the early morning. So my Thanksgiving was awesome, and I thank you for asking. I hope yours was as well. Um, hope you and Shy and the rest of your family had fun, did something exciting this year, a little out of the ordinary, keep things unique and special. The good thing about Thanksgiving being done is it's now getting very close to the new year, which is when you said you were going to get um, your gig internet speeds. So hopefully you're only a month or so away from getting the internet you want. Oh, it's 4 months. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was January. All right. I will have to adjust. Here I was getting ready to do some Zinlu watching all the time, but that's all right. I can wait, I guess. But you're still able to stream a little bit, so that's awesome. All right, so here we are. We've got our grills. Let's find out what else is in here. Um, so this is a statue. Here's the other image. This is the side view of this room. So you can see there's a giant statue down below. They've got these sections up here. Down here is empty. This is where the goblins were in this top layer here. Got the hill giants throwing stuff. There's an altar behind it. This big statue without a head. It's a bronze statue in this crevasse that has nets across it where the Grails live. And so this is what it looks like from the top view. Okay. So we took care of the encounter. So after the fight, they can examine this character through this chamber. Um, there's a small chance they can. So I want to go to my. Let's go to a couple of different things here. Go to my library first. Now, librarian assets are different. Library is the modules you have. Assets are your pictures and tokens and things like that. So what I'm looking for is my Sword Coast guide. Sword Coast Guide. That's the maps. I don't want the maps. I want the book itself. You can see I use a lot of books for this one. Come on, where are you? I know you guys watching were like, you just passed it. Come on, slow down. Let's see. So it's not there. This is. I said these are maps. I don't want the map. I want. So it should be here. Interesting. All right. Do I not have it open? Let's see. So when you're like me, and again, Windows too big because of my scale, user interface scale too high. Just hold Control, zoom it in. Number of records, we're going to show 50. Search by name. So I have a crap ton of things. So I'm not sure who they list as the author. It might be Wizards of the Coast or the individual author. So I'm just going to put Sword Coast Adventures Guide is not loaded. Okay, that's why. Open. There you go. The little book indicates it's open. This, by the way, is an extension. So if you're used to seeing the bigger version of all the modules, because I have so many, I use this extension that makes them smaller. All right, so now I can go down to my Sword Coast Adventures Guide. Boom. So I want to go to the reference manual because what I'm looking for are the deities. There's a deity here called Nerol. I don't know if Nerol is still in the D&D lore, so we will find out. Races, classes, all that stuff. The appendices, I think, is where they are. Let's see. Dragonlance, Eberron. Okay, nope. So let's go back up to the top. The reference manual. This is where I am. If you didn't catch that, apologize for going so fast. Go to your library. Go to your book that you find that you want. And you can see the different things you can pick here. What I'm looking for is the reference manual. It's similar to a PDF of the book or the adventure or the module that you're using. It has, and it's dependent upon the person who made it, who did the conversion. But it's got embedded pictures in it and stuff like that. So you can also pull these and share them. So like I can go, waiting for it to catch up. So I can click on this, boom, here's the image, and I can share it with my players. Same thing, with the map, the Sword Coast, stuff like that. The gods of Faerun, this is what I want, religion and the things. So if I'm here and I want my players to see this, I can just click on this. It opens it up, and then I can share it, right click and share it with everybody. I can also throw it into a note. Boom, I can throw it into a note. I have a deities list. So just like we as people have some idea of Buddhism and Catholicism and Jehovah's Witness, these different religions exist. You may have heard of Vishnu and um, Muhammad and some of these other religious figures. Same is true in my D&D world. So this is what everybody, just common knowledge. Obviously, there are a lot more than this. So Nerul is not on this common knowledge list. this is visible to my players, and they can look at it. So if I mention Grumsh, and they can pull this up and look at Grumsh. He's worshipped by orcs, and he's rival of the elven deity Coralon. Anyway, so here's the deities. Boom. So we're looking at for this alphabetical order, which is nice, and Nerul is not here. So let's take a look and see what the interwebs say about Nerul, because I want to have a similar deity, whether it's if it's a deity of death or Nerul deity. Boom. See what it says. Patron deity of those who seek the greatest evil for their own enjoyment or gain. There you go. Simple as that. So basically, the deity of greed in Greyhawk. Oh no, it says what? Oh yeah, he's from Greyhawk. All right, so that answers that question. So now we just find the correlating deity. Here we go. We can kill my notes. Goodbye. So this is either neutral or evil. Indulgence, that's a good one right there. Asmodeus. Knowledge and trickery. War. We'll look at these here, because this is like God of Lies. This is trickery. Agriculture, life. So just skimming through here. Dead, death, trickery. Mask is the god of trickery and thieves. And then we have the Dwarven Pantheon. So which Pantheon is this one? This one is Faerun, which is where we are now. This one is Elven. This one's Halfling, Gnome, Orc, and Drow, the Dark Elves. All right, so this one is a regular. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with Asmodeus, just because the god of indulgence. Boom. Okie doke. So let's check if Asmodeus is in my notes. He is not. So we're going to go ahead and add him real quick. Unlock it. Asmodeus, it says all are worshipped by mainly humans unless otherwise noted. He is indulgence, knowledge, trickery. All right, and now we can jump down to him. Here's the chapter about him. I'm going to go ahead and link this image. Oof. There you go. So you can see the symbol of Asmodeus while it's there. Excuse me. All right, so boom, boom, boom. So now we go here, close all these, go here. So Asmodeus. Holy symbols of Asmodeus. And I'm going to say to DC 18. Knowledge, religion check. We don't have anything such as knowledge, religion, but we do have religion. All right. All right. So a bunch of stuff. 154 nicks are cut into the wall. So we're going to go ahead and make this a shareable. Atomic Hero Squad is in the house. Welcome, welcome, sir. He had a very productive stream yesterday as he was did some Asphalt 9, Gems of War, more Asphalt 9. Good stuff. Start of the week is a start of new things in both Asphalt 9 and actually Asphalt 9 I think starts on Fridays. If I'm not mistaken, that's when everything resets on Asphalt 9. But Gems of War restarts on Mondays. So you grab your new quests and your new rewards from the previous week every Monday. Anyway, check Atomic Hero Squad out. They do a lot of different games every morning. A great way to start your morning. He's an awesome individual. And you can usually say hi to Zinu there because Zinu usually pops in and says hi. So check them out. They're awesome. All right. And one last bit of advertising. Don't forget to use your Svenzone particles if you so choose. I have a new list of it's now 20 different things, the last 3 of which have to do with rolling twice. And if you pay for the one, there's one that you, instead of just doing it randomly, you can pay a little bit more and pick one. You can also pick one of those last 3 if you want. So whatever you want to do. Parker.
What the dog doing?
Come here. Parker, come here. All right, we have a Parker with us. Hello. He is just so excited. He was on his way to his bed. He was ready to sit down and relax. And instead, he gets to say hi to everybody. Doesn't he? Huh? Yeah. He gets to say hi to everybody. He's an old boy. He's almost 13 years old. They decided since we got him when he was about 4 months, uh, they decided to get him to say his name. His birthday is in January 1st. So that's right. Got to get up and get on camera instead of going to his warm bed. Poor guy. I know his life is just so hard and terrible. Now he's senior citizen. He's grumpy. He likes barking at people. But he also doesn't like pickup trucks, delivery trucks. Those are his nemesis. He must have been frightened with a truck as a child, and now takes it out on them every time he sees them. Huh, every time you see him. So, this is Parker, mini Doberman. Um, so, we also have a Sven Silliness. Get him, Parker. That's right. Um, let me get rid of this. So let's do a 20-sider, shall we? Let's go to our, make sure we can see our thing. Well, this will be the up to the end of the stream. 17 is the devil horns and bow tie. Okay, gotcha. We'll be right back with that. Find the devil horns and the bow tie. So this is the first time the devil horns and the bow tie have been used. So you guys are in for a treat. They tie the bow tie on here. So it takes me just a moment here. There we go. All right, I have the camera down for Parker, for Mr. Zinlu. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, Parker. Yep, we gotta go. So we can, yeah, you're just so excited. Just calm yourself there. Calm yourself, Parker. All right, good boy. All right, well, the camera doesn't want to pick him up, so let's move him down a little bit. We have devil horns. And a bow tie. Gotta figure out a way to get them both on here. Not even gonna bother with the, here, maybe turn it a little bit. And let me switch the camera to a different location. Maybe that will help pull it back a little bit. I don't have zoom capability with my camera, sadly, so that should work. Let's see. There we go. Got a nice little bow tie. Oink, oink, oink. And a spin and the horns. There we go. All right. Bow tie wants to hide. Exactly, it does. It does. So, there we go. All right. Should be okay for now. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the redemptions. Appreciate it. So what we're talking about is that there's stuff here. There's a buried in the goblin mat is a bag containing 3 pearls, 100 each. All right, and then there's a side quest. They have a desire to put the head back where it belongs. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put some of these here, some of this text as shareable text. And what I mean by that is we'll go ahead and kill the map for a moment. So here the wooden doors reveal, boom. So that's what I'm talking about. You can share it in the chat so that the players can see it. In the crevasse, a great red iron statue rests. And then so here we go. Strewn about both ledges are small amounts of shredded cloth and hay. So we're going to put that as a control 3. Changes it to the text that can go in here. You can also right click on it. Oh, sorry about the list. I thought I turned that off. Thank you, Zenu. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Are they crooked? Don't want my... No, it looks straight. That's weird. My horns are crooked, man. Can't have crooked horns. Anyway, strewn above the ledges are hay they've been using as beds. A series of nicks have been cut into the rear wall. All right, buried in one of the goblin mats is a small bag. And again, I could just say this, but this allows them, this, you say you learn different ways. Some people are more visual, some people are more verbal, audible, learn audibly. This way, boom, I can just click. It's right here. Um, makes it nice and easy. The other way you can change these text, right click, go to paragraph type, and then you can, there's all 6 different types you can just use. This is control 1, 2, control 3. That's what we were using in chat frame. Control 4, control 5, and control 6 for the different ways that you can make the tables. I typically use control 2, control 3, control, and then if I change my mind, reverting it back to control 1 to the normal text. Control 2 makes it this right here, the chapter heading. All right, so here's, I'll go ahead and change this like we were talking about to control 2, makes it a side heading. I mean the chapter heading. All right, so the other thing we need to do is make a parcel. It's a small bag containing 3 pearls worth 100 gold each. Enter. So we go here, we go to parcels, go down here to your group. I have Wednesdays right here. So this is under Nashkel. And Necromancer Lair 4. So this is under Nashkel Shatterstone. So we right click to make a new one. Under Nashkel Shatterstone. This is B10. B10. And then we look for pearls. Go to my items. I'm going to take this, by the way, and go ahead and I'm going to drop it into my story right here in the space I made for it. And then I'm going to also pull up the map again. And drop it onto the map. So I have all these pictures linked, the encounter and all that stuff. And then I'm also going to put the parcel here. Boom. I'm going to put that, I'll leave it where it was on that side. So I have access to it without having to go anywhere else if I don't want to. All right, so now we'll look at our pearls, see what kind of pearls we have. A lot of different pearls. Let's see. So, all these different types of pearls. Let's just start with this guy, giant pearl, 1,000 gold. So if a giant is worth 1,000, let's try a large, 200. Small, 50. A raw is worth 50. Here we just have an Acme pearl with 100 gold. There we go. So we're going to grab this one, drop it in. Now there's supposed to be 3 of them. Let's see what these black pearls are. These are 500. How about a small black pearl? 250. All right, so we'll just make 3 of them. 3 pearls. All right, I'm going to look at the encounter real quick. All right, so I didn't link it in the story, which was a mistake. I'm going to go ahead and put the encounter right here, pull it from the image. I could also pull it from my encounter list. What is this? This is okay. Where did all my links go? There we go. Okay. Oh, it's freaking me out. My links were gone for a second. Wow. So this should be the encounter right here. Yep. I'm gonna drop that, drag it, and drop it into the story. Oh, gotta open it first. Sorry. Open it. Oh, that's the picture. Okay. Picture, picture, picture. Here we go. Here's our encounter. Boop. All right, so this guy is the special one. Nope. This one is the special one. He had a... Okay, they both had giant clubs. I thought I remembered one of them having a different weapon. Must have been somebody else. All right, so I could go through and grab the weapons from here and drop them into the parcel if I wanted. Add these to it. The sorcerer, I think, is going to have... Let's give him a magic wand, shall we? Or a rod or something. Let's see. Under our items here, let's go to rod. Fernian ash rod, an imbued rod. Infused arcane focus. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Rod of the Pact Keepers for warlocks. What's a scouring rod? Let's see. Channel divinity. Okay, so interesting. Silver rod. Okay, next, go to the next page. Tentacle. All right, how about this? He didn't use the rod of absorption. Rod of alertness. There we go. My horns died. Sorry. My horns died. Okay. Let's see. Rod of fire. That might be cool. Okay. Yeah, I don't like how they do most of their wands and rods and stuff, so I usually change them. What is this? That's cool. Magic mace, +3 to attack and damage rolls. Has 6 buttons. That makes it change into any one of these odd items, huh? Very cool, very cool. Drains life, paralyzed. Okay, so this is a little bit much. It's a legendary item. What about this Rod of Rulership? Command of being from each creature of your choice within 120 feet of you. Rod can't be used again until the next dawn. Perfect. There we go. That's what it's going to be. So we're going to take this Rod of Rulership, go to our parcel. Boom, this is what the dude has. I'm going to open this up. So it's 500 to and 1 to 5,000. And the way you do that is you put slashy DIE 1D 4,500 plus 500. So if it rolls a 1, it's 501. If it rolls 4,500, it's 5,000. Hit enter, and there we go. 3356 is the total. We'll change it. Yes.
It's after 11. Movie starts at noon.
Okay.
This is the box. Oh, no,
The boxes. The 2 boxes.
I don't want buns, so I'm saying I want the steak.
Oh, those are in the bags. All right. So that's 35. 3356 is how much it's worth. Close it. Boom. All right. So that is going to do it. We've got our parcel. I might throw some other things in there. But for now, that will do it. Click. Boom. Boom. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for using the Sven points today. That's what they're there for. I know I feel hesitant to use the points on like when I'm watching Atomic Hero Squad and stuff, but what they're for. Thank you. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you have questions, feel free to leave comments below. Check us out on YouTube. They're there. You can also see some of my other things. Tomorrow I'll be here doing Starfinder. If you want to see how this particular game plays out, we're playing it tomorrow night, Wednesday, 7 to 10. It's also on the Used and the Tubes under Nashkill Homebrew. Thanks again for all that you guys do. I really appreciate you hanging out. And whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.